And we are just thrilled because Prudence was able to make it back into our studio to chat with us a little bit more. And I have to tell you, Prudence, you have so many people who have tuned in on Facebook Live. I'm not sure I can mention all of them, but there's a few people that we have are fairly new to our show. Jay Kenny from Limelight Magazine, we are so pleased to see you, Jay. Dave Sullivan from down in Florida. Kathy Fields, one of the from the Beehive. I'm not sure where Keith, do you know where Kathy lives? Kathy, you can let us know. I can't remember. I almost think it's New York. And then, Jay, you had someone saying that he's from Connecticut. Let me see if I can find him. Hey, Greg Clark. Hey, Jay, we are watching from Connecticut. So, wait a second, let me get Jay on. Jay, we're not on the radio now, so you have to at least say hi on Facebook Live. Grab that microphone. You have fans, Jay. We're trying to get Jay to... Microphone's right there. You can say hi. And maybe we can get Jay to warm him up to being on the air by getting him just on Facebook Live. Voice. Keith, Mike Stedman, good to see you, Mike. So nice. Hey, Mike is down south, not in Illinois now, right? Mike, tell me where you're living these days. I can't remember. It was Carolinas, maybe? I think so, yep. Matt Haley, right across the street. Always good when you join in. Tina, I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to say it. Tina Zagari, is that a friend of yours?
She's
Did
fabulous.
I say that
hi,
right?
Tina.
And a friend of Prudence's and Emily's.
Absolutely.
And she asked, and it's okay if you can't, but she did ask if you can talk about the House of Commons.
The House of Commons? Oh dear. Well, you know, there's something about the House of Commons going on. And I think it's that the problem is it's so boring, isn't it? Because it's so common. If it was a little bit more uncommon, I think we might enjoy it a bit more, don't you? It should be the House of the Extraordinary, not the House of Commons, you know. I agree, Tina. I think there's a real problem with the House of Commons.
All right, now I stole the camera off from Jay when he was trying to talk. Jay, grab that mic
put it back. He's already put it back.
I know. Well, it's hard to keep you both on at once.
You know.
I know.
He's
well, I'm
really
going
quite
to
shy.
Jay, I know that you are Emily's husband, but I know that you're both friends with Prudence, and I know that sometimes you even suggest topics for Prudence to talk about, and we're very grateful for that. How do people react? I know that Prudence puts videos up on Facebook sometimes. What kind of reaction does she get?
Oh, she gets great reactions. She's very popular. I mean, we can't walk down the street without people asking for Prudence.
And right, and I imagine that she's asked for her autograph at times.
Yes.
Well, we will be asking her for her autograph this evening. So, well, Jay, we really appreciate. We did force him to speak, but as you can see, he's a natural. So we're going to get him back next time.
Thanks.
All right, let me get Prudence back on here.
He likes puns, you know. He's extraordinary.
Oh, cool.
He's incredible at puns. He's quite quiet. You notice how quiet he is. Don't be fooled for one moment. He's not at all quiet.
Oh,
he's quite a fireball.
As I say, he's a natural. We'll work on some of those.
Yes, he's got a good cover, is what he's got.
We'll work on some of those puns for the next show.
Oh, he's quite clever.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. More people that tune in. As we said, Geronimo from Priscilla Beach Theater, and he was so kind to be complimentary of you as well as he complimented us as well, and we thank you so much. Lee Lynch Smith. Lee wants to know how to get a CD. I love your music. I'm assuming she's talking to you. I don't know that those CDs
well, you know,
still
Emily
exist.
does have some CDs. She'll definitely get her some.
Emily
Thank her so much.
Okay, so...
Yes, we spoke back there, and she's got some.
She
so
does.
She'll get them to Lee. Thank you so much. She's so sweet.
Well,
lovely person.
Prudence will make sure that she talks to Emily about that and make that happen. It's a terrific CD. Bill Lang, dear friend, so nice to see so many people tuning in, and more. There's more. Scott C. Smith, who also knows
that's
Geronimo.
Lee's husband and Emily's editor. He's a fabulous sense of humor.
And then there's a whole bunch of names listed together, and Scott C. Smith, Rich Harbert, Frank Mand. Are these people from perhaps the? We finally got Prudence to laugh.
It's
You know,
not
she
good-
can be
this
such
isn't
a.
good at all.
Well,
this is not good news.
I
You're
know
giving
you
me
have
here.
a stiff
This is
upper
not
lip,
good
Prudence.
news.
All
I
right,
should not
there's
live this
more.
down. I don't think things are going to go well after
Sarah
this.
Courtney. Well, we better name them all. I don't want to leave anyone out. Catherine Gallerani, David.
Oh Lord, this
Walcott.
This is really going to be a problem.
Lee
for me.
Baton Smith and Beth Doyle.
Oh dear.
And my
I'm
apologies
really quite
for
concerned
pronunciation.
now. Yes.
Are these all friends of Prudence's?
Yes, this is a lovely
She
crowd
will-
of people, but I'm afraid this could be really quite. Monday could be quite difficult for someone in the room.
Fortunately, Emily will have to bear the brunt of it.
I'm very worried about her at this point. So.
Might I suggest that perhaps you could go to work for her this
Do you know,
week?
I'm beginning to think I might want to do that. I've always wanted to be a journalist, taking down what people say, being inquisitive.
Well, you might have a gift. You it's
I
worth
could
a
ask
try.
you questions, couldn't I?
I
And then
would
I
love
could
that.
take your picture.
And
And I could, embarrass other people.
Well, I don't. We would love to have Prudence interview us. I think that would be just lovely. Mike Doyle, he's a terrific singer-songwriter. So much. Sandy Tower, I promised she would love tonight's show, and she definitely tuned in. Ryan Bevins is giving you applause. He's another terrific singer-songwriter. Rick Allendorf, another great singer-songwriter. It's just, and more. I know I've left some people out, but it's just... Again, people in all different parts of the country are enjoying.
Lovely. It really is
both
lovely,
you-
isn't it?
Both Emily's music
And
your
you've brought the
comedy.
radio back, You both have, haven't you?
Well, thank you.
I love the radio. I don't know what happened to it for a while.
I do
now.
too, and there's still something special about. I mean, we love being on Facebook Live, but there is something very special about being on the radio, and we
I
we
love it. You've got to use your imagination, don't you? And you're driving in your car. You've got to listen, don't you? It's nice.
That transitions us into being able to compliment Ed Perry, who's the owner of WATD. I don't know if you've heard him do his news reports, but you would swear you can see what's happening. He is
Ed is
so
phenomenal.
vivid.
He is an extraordinary person. He's also got a heart of gold.
He
you
does.
know. We all love him. I haven't heard one negative thing about him ever.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves him.
And again, it's thanks to him. He does WATD, thanks to Ed Perry and others at WATD. They do donate our airtime, and we've gone on now for 8.5 years on WATD. So again, we are very grateful. But all right, maybe we can get you to talk. I know that before I ask you to do the final topic, which is talking about being sorry. Is there anything else that you wanted to say, or anything you wanted to say to your fans? I don't want to.
Well,
This is
no,
the loose.
I
This is the informal time. So.
Well, it's so kind of you to both have me here. So I'm very grateful. I think you're lovely people. I think people really... You say other people should be famous. You both should be famous. You're an extraordinary people. I know you're locally famous, but I would like to see you nationally famous. I think you're extraordinary. And you always have a compassionate word and a kind word for people. And isn't that lovely? We need more of that, don't we?
Well, thank you.
I really do. I think you're always saying how lovely everyone else is. And really, Sandy and Keith are really extraordinary. I think you're both absolutely extraordinary.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate any publicity that we can get. We would love, but any place we go, we're going to take you with us. So
I
keep
hope
that
so.
in mind.
How exciting.
Oh,
Where are we going?
I think people would love you everywhere.
Well, I
They
hope
really
so.
do. You
Yes.
are just charming, and you will return. And Emily has also agreed to return, and we're looking forward to that. I heard one of the things that you had commented, as we said, please actually go to Emily Clark's Facebook page, because on her videos, she's also promoting Prudence's videos. So if you go to videos on Emily Clark's Facebook page, you can see all different topics that Prudence has talked about, and it's a light. It really is. But you talked about something that I really agreed with, about saying sorry.
Well, yes, I don't mean to disparage anyone, ever. I know we're all struggling. Life is hard, isn't it? No matter what you're doing, man or woman, we all know. But, I heard the story. I was at town hall, you see, and there was a secretary there, and her husband was telling her not to say she was sorry anymore. He said, every time you turn around, you're saying you're sorry. And he was correcting her. And Americans are very proud of being confident, lots of statements, not many questions. You'll notice in England we ask questions, we don't make as many statements. And we say we're sorry a lot, or at least we used to. And I think if you should be anything, you should be sorry. I mean, we're destroying the planet, aren't we? We should be really apologizing for our presence. I'm sorry. And I think it helps, your relationships. And I think the whole problem with America is that no one is sorry. So I'm sorry, but we need to be sorry. There we are. Yeah. So practice with me. And if you want to get along with people, you look them in the eye and you say, I'm so sorry. And everything is lighter, isn't it? It solves so many problems. So just say you're sorry. That's my spiel. I am sorry to push my spiel like that. But it is how I feel.
Well, we just love what you do. And we thank you so much, as well as, and you will pass along to Emily our thank yous.
Yes, I'll let her know.
This has been
very
such a
kind.
treat.
You really are. Very
Such a
kind.
treat. We'll come back soon. We're going to sign off with our Facebook Live audience, and we thank all of you for tuning in. Next week's show will be an encore, so we won't be on Facebook Live, but we'll be back the week after with a live show again, and stay tuned for more details on that. And thank you again for tuning in, and everyone have a great night.